Welcome to the first lesson of our free trading and technical analysis course.
As we saw in the introduction, the course is structured on 3 levels. Today we will see the introduction to the first of these levels, that is the part relating to technical analysis and market psychology. We will start seeing what is the philosophy behind technical analysis, deepening its definition, its assumptions, and then we will see, at the end, a concrete case, necessarily simple to use technical analysis.
Technical analysis is defined as the study of the movement of the market through the systematic use of graphics, in order to predict future trends of the markets. It emerges immediately the character very practical and not theoretical of the technical analysis methods. Fundamental for technical analysis is in fact the use of graphics, which we'll draw on. We will use very often the term draw because, as we shall see, much of the analysis will be made just by drawing lines on the graphs that will allow us to interpret in the best way the signals that we will recognize from the market.
Technical analysis has 2 different types of objectives. On the one hand, the analytical ones, that are oriented to the understanding of that phenomena. On the other hand, forecasting objectives, that are oriented to the prediction of the future behavior of the object under analysis. The goals we have set in this first part of the course is these. Understand the market and anticipate future developments, through the use of charts on which we will draw.
But what are the assumptions of technical analysis? For what reasons technical analysis works so well? The bases that are the foundation of technical analysis can be summarized in 3 points.
The market discounts everything. When we approach a graph showing the performance of a certain product, the simple line itself already contains all the parameters that determine the movements of its price. That simple line encloses the behavior of all the thousands of traders who buy and sell the product. Some of them have the
right information
on where the money will go, others do not have a clue, but the sum of all these visions will determine the price of tomorrow. The technical analyst's work will be to extract this information from a simple line through the tools of technical analysis.
Another fundamental pillar is that prices move in a trend. As we shall see shortly, the price of any product is likely to move within a trend. This means that the price will start from point A to get to a point B, but the path will not be a straight line, but are taking steps to higher prices of said overbought, with periods of lower prices, said oversold. The good technical analyst will recognize these phases trend to exploit its potential and be even better at recognizing the moments in which these trends will change. We will see in a short some examples.
The last pillar on which rests the analysis technique is represented by the fact that history repeats itself. This means that for the same factors, the history will tend to recur in the future in a similar way to what occurred previously. The technical analyst will learn to recognize some typical patterns of these situations and, if it will be good, will use them to predict the evolution of the price of the product.
But let's get to the heart of technical analysis with a simple example. The graph you see is the daily closing value of the euro against the dollar since 2000. To the naked eye, that graph is able to give us some information. The value of euro has risen much compared to 12 years ago. But beyond that which we can draw information regarding the evolution of the euro against the dollar.
Applying what we have just seen on the analysis technique, we can try to break down the graph and obtain some information. In fact, we can identify a clear upward trend. We will see in the next lessons how to identify it, which allows us to understand that between 2000 and 2008 there was a unique movement that led, without second thoughts, the euro's value from 0.84 to 1.6. Attention, are not yet able to find out the reason. I'll have to investigate from a fundamental point of view, reading news and everything else. I just know that it was a unique movement that, if properly identified, would allow me to earn a lot of money.
Looking at the graph better, we can understand one of the fundamental points of technical analysis. Only technical tools are not able to say why something happened, but they give us the possibility to earn money from such behavior. Then the price will move from point A to point B for fundamental reasons, but the road will not be a straight line, but rather a path of moments in which the price will be lower than it should, where I can buy, and other times where the price is higher than necessary, when I can sell. In essence, the analyst's work will be to recognize the road that the price is pursuing.
Obviously, the trend will not continue forever, and the time comes when they will reverse. The new path will become downward. The moments when you reverse the trend are the most delicate and important for a technical analyst. Learn the methods that allow us to recognize these inversions that will define the difference between a good analyst and a less good.
As you can see, it is much easier to read the graph now than it was before. With 4 simple lines we have reached the 2 goals of technical analysis. On the one hand, the descriptive part. We have in fact seen as the last 12 years can be divided into 2 phases, a rising euro probably following a clear strategy for the depreciation of its currency by the United States, and that has continued until it not intervened something new in 2008, namely the economic crisis that is transformed into a European sovereign credit crisis. On the other hand, we can also ask for forecasting purposes. Being at the moment the arrow added to a bearish trend in the future, until we're clear signs of reversal, the price will continue to fall.
Thanks for following this first lesson. We hope you have been to your liking, and we hope to meet again for the second lesson.
Goodbye and thanks.
See you soon.